A very good afternoon. Welcome to UBC Lunchtime News. My name is Sharon Kyomugisha. Thank you so much for watching UBC TV Inspiring Uganda. And in our top stories of the day, the Ministry of Health continues to encourage the population to go for COVID-19 vaccination. By end of March 2022, it will be a requirement to present a COVID-19 certificate to access some services. Now, Uganda's current vaccination rate stands at 18.2%, representing 4,006,021 people who have been fully vaccinated. Health Minister Dr. Jane Cheng revealed this while addressing journalists at the Uganda Media Center. Take a look.
That is October, November, December, to effectively vaccinate the populations. Now, vaccination has had some challenges, and one of the challenges is, one, reaching out to everybody who needs it required that we have outreaches nearer to the people. Originally, vaccines were being placed at the health facilities with the assumption that people would walk to the health facility and get vaccinated, which was not the case. Moving closer to the populations requires additional reinforcement in terms of transport, moving vaccines to the vaccination sites, in terms of health worker facilitation, and in terms of the carrier bags. So we quickly had to put that in place. Number two, it requires adequate resources to facilitate health workers. Now, many of you will recall that originally health workers were being paid 5,000 shillings to vaccinate at the health facility. But when it comes to outreaches, we have to factor in transportation to the outreach site, as well as factor in lunch, because the health workers have to work a full day, and the standard numbers set for each health worker is 100 people per day. And so we had to consider better facilitation, on average 20,000 Uganda shillings, which needs to be mobilized. And the Ministry of Health has been mobilizing that. Three, we have had challenges with population groups demanding certain types of vaccines, majorly the Johnson & Johnson, and not wanting the other vaccines.
Well, that was the Minister of Health, Dr. Jane Cheng. In more stories, the Ministry of Education and Sports is set to deliver over 6 million textbooks to aid learners catch up with the new school curriculum. According to Dennis Mugimba, the spokesperson, Ministry of Education and Sports, these textbooks are to be distributed to 367 community schools in Uganda. Jonan and Juma report.
Government using its money, this was not donor funds. Government has spent over 30 billion shillings producing textbooks that clearly match the revised curriculum. We have already started distributing these textbooks. We are distributing a total of 6 million textbooks for Senior 1 and Senior 2. We are also distributing these materials to 367 community secondary schools. 367 community secondary schools. Therefore, we urge our public, especially members of parliament, RDCs, kindly be our eyes and ears in the different local governments, the 177 local governments, to ensure that every school gets the materials that government has already paid for. No school should be charging a learner to buy textbooks for Senior 1 and Senior 2 because of the revised curriculum.
Well, in more news, DRC and Uganda's security meeting Kasese. Now, the fish transaction conflicts at the border of two countries, that's Uganda and Democratic Republic of Congo, that have been there for close to 2 years, have been resolved. These resolved, the fish from Uganda should be offloaded within Mpondwe market in Uganda, and fish in transit from other countries allowed to cross.
Pia kuzungumza na wandugu zetu wa Uganda ili tupate kufikia kulengo ya amani. Kwa hiyo matatizo ya uchuuzi ya transfrontalier haipashe kuwa na, tusipate matatizo kwa vitu kidogo orke pare tuko na vitu vingine tunafanya ya zaidi kuliko ile. Ndio ilinileta kuzungumza na kusikia wandugu zetu kuna nini, jambo gani ili
with our brothers from DRC sort out some few issues on trade. More especially it was concerning about fish transactions. These vehicles on transit and the local traders within Asindi and the Mpondwe market. So they are complaining of some few things which some others are beyond our capacity, which are going to forward to our seniors for advice. But the few local ones who have sort of did, I think there is no problem. Yes, it was just harmonizing, and in fact we were taking longer without meeting, so that's what it was the cause. Yeah.
The Minister of State for Local Government, Businge Rusoke Victoria, has given a one-week ultimatum to the office of the Kagadian District Service Commission to re-advertise over 130 posts of parish chiefs and 60 teachers who illegally accessed government payroll. Minister Rusoke, who made an impromptu visit to Kagadi District, officials at the district headquarters today said that she was following up allegations by whistleblowers over forgery of academic documents and in recruitment of parish chief, principal town agents, and illegal access to payroll by over 60 primary school teachers in the district.
DHO 4 months down the road, the medical superintendent for Kagadi Hospital, the secretary for the District Service Commission, commercial officer, deputy cow, head of natural resources, the principal nursing officer, all these salient posts must be hindering the effective service delivery, not simply access the payroll. It means there is a very big syndicate which must break. Someone has not appeared before interviews, is appointed, he can access the government payroll, and when we opted to delete them, they are deleted. No, there is a problem. This is not a bank for people to come and swindle money. Even in a bank and get a loan officially.
Disappointed by the Service Commission, because for us, representing the central government, we could not have those eyes to see that this this paper is not right, or this what or whatever. But I am so disappointed, because it is not even a mass. Now people are saying the parish chiefs that have already got the appointment letters have fake papers. But I pray we have known this before the time. I want to thank Honorable Minister of State for Local Government for intervening so fast, such that we can come out of this when we are clean.
And in the next coming recruitment, we shall have mitigated what we are meeting today. I'll be grateful on 20th when you come back to give us the report and the way forward. And as a district, we shall have done our part. I think we shall be now raising the red flag.
Well, we'll take a short commercial break and we'll be back with more stories.
Everyone deserves more this festive season, which is why MTN Momo is giving you more thank you points on your MTN Momo withdrawals at agent locations. Get 150 thank you points for every 1,000 shillings spent in withdrawal fees. More thank you points means you get more free minutes, more free MBs, more free SMSs, and more free Momo Pay shopping. To use your thank you points, dial star 141 hash. Everywhere you go, MTN. It's the 2021 Total Energies Africa Cup of Nations, live, free and exclusive to your public broadcaster, UBC, inspiring Uganda.
It's Freaky Friday from Airtel. Buy or gift, buy or give.
Get freaky too! Dial star 149 star 10 hash to load a Freaky Friday bundle for you to enjoy the best offers on voice and data.
To buy a bundle for friends and family, dial star 149 star 10 star 5 hash. Freaky Friday with Airtel. Buy or gift a bundle today. Dial star 149 star 10 hash to get started. Airtel, the smartphone network.
It's no secret that ICT makes learning easy.
The strides made in our field could not be possible without it.
And now we can watch our favorite shows.
My radio is my best friend.
UCC provides an enabling regulatory environment and policy guidance for healthy competition. We also facilitate ease of doing business in the communications sector through licensing, standardization, spectrum management, tariff regulation, rural communication development, and consumer empowerment. An informed consumer is an empowered consumer. UCC supports local content and innovations. Driving the development of a robust communication sector in Uganda is Uganda Communications Commission.
It's Freaky Friday from Airtel. Buy or gift, buy or give.
Get freaky too! Dial star 149 star 10 hash to load a Freaky Friday bundle for you to enjoy the best offers on voice and data.
To buy a bundle for friends and family, dial star 149 star 10 star 5 hash. Freaky Friday with Airtel. Buy or gift a bundle today. Dial star 149 star 10 hash to get started. Airtel, the smartphone network.
Raising voices.
As a mother, my children depend on me to make this world a safer place for them. I'm not afraid to act when I see violence in the home and in my community. I promise to talk to my neighbors and friends about how we can nurture and protect the children.
In this time of COVID, what is your promise to the children of Uganda? Because a violence-free childhood is everyone's right. Raising voices.
Everyone deserves more this festive season, which is why MTN Momo is giving you more thank you points on your MTN Momo withdrawals at agent locations. Get 150 thank you points for every 1,000 shillings spent in withdrawal fees. More thank you points means you get more free minutes, more free MBs, more free SMSs, and more free Momo Pay shopping. To use your thank you points, dial star 141 hash. Everywhere you go, MTN.
Welcome back from that short commercial break. In more stories, the Bishop of Ankole Diocese, Right Reverend Dr. Sheldon Fred Mwesigwa, has called upon the laity to desist from all corruption tendencies if they're to rid the country of corruption by 2030. According to Mwesigwa, some of the laity have indulged in corruption, especially when it comes to misuse of church funds, a thing which portrays a bad image to the public. Right Reverend Sheldon Fred Mwesigwa communicated this during the closure of the Women Conference meeting, which was graced by the head of State Anti-Corruption Unit, Kano Edith Nakalemat Nami Tiowola Bible Institute in Bara.
How can church leaders talk about corruption when there is also corruption in church? There are many churches which don't keep books of accounts well, which don't account for funds to the people they lead, which don't respect the use of officers who have studied accounts or systems that will encourage transparency, and yet we preach the gospel of transparency. How can religious leaders critique corruption among politicians when they themselves, in their backyard, things are not okay? Where do you get the moral authority? So it's a challenge to us as religious leaders that we also need to think about this campaign on corruption. Let us also ask ourselves, how is it going in our own backyard? And when we do, Uganda will be a better place.
So I am saying that if the church leaders or the people in the church, the Christians or the followers who are in those places of worship, and they see that their leaders are corrupt, let them report them. We shall investigate them. We shall even be harder on them, because religious leaders are supposed to be examples to all women in our nation and also nations of the world. We need to have confidence in ourselves to be sure that when you trust God and work hard, you can reach every level. We need to be confident in ourselves. We need to have self-drive. But importantly, we need to trust in God, work hard, love one another, know that the one who is in us is greater than any other thing in this world.
And I normally say the weakest, the shortest avenue to the heart of a weak woman is through the stomach. Weak women will use their stomach, they will use their beauty to try and attract wealth, but a strong woman will not use the stomach, will not be tempted to take money from wherever. So if you have integrity as a woman, you will rise up from one level to another. You have to be faithful, you have to be trustworthy, you have to be very conscious of other people.
The quality every parent should always impart in their children is loving them and teaching them how to trust God and work hard.
From the international scene, the World Health Organization has warned against describing the Omicron variant as mild, saying it is killing people across the world. Now, recent studies suggest that Omicron is less likely to make people seriously ill than previous COVID variants, but the record number of people catching it has left health systems under severe pressure, said World Health Organization Chief Dr. Tedros Adhanom.
Not end until we do that. Last week, I asked everyone to make a New Year's resolution to get behind the campaign to vaccinate 70% of people in every country by the middle of 2022. And on top of that, to ensure that breakthroughs, treatments, as well as reliable tests are available in all countries. To end the acute stage of the pandemic, the highly effective tools science has given us need to be shared fairly and quickly with all countries of the world. Vaccine inequity and health inequity overall were the biggest failures of last year. While some countries have had enough personal protective equipment, tests and vaccines to stockpile throughout this pandemic, many countries do not have enough to meet basic baseline needs or modest targets which no rich country would have been satisfied with. Vaccine inequity is a killer of people and jobs, and it undermines a global economic recovery. Alpha, Beta, Delta, Gamma, and Omicron reflect that in part because of low vaccination rates, we have created the perfect conditions for the emergence of virus variants. Last week, the highest number of COVID-19 cases were reported so far in the pandemic. And we know for certain that This is an underestimate of cases because reported numbers do not reflect the backlog of testing around the holidays, the number of positive self-tests not registered, and burdened surveillance systems that miss cases around the world. While Omicron does appear to be less severe compared to Delta, especially in those vaccinated, it does not mean it should be categorized as mild. Just like previous variants, Omicron is hospitalizing people and it's killing people. In fact, the tsunami of cases is so huge and quick that it is overwhelming health systems around the world. Hospitals are becoming overcrowded and understaffed, which further results in preventable deaths from not only COVID-19, but other diseases and injuries where patients cannot receive timely care.
Uganda U20's women's national team head coach Ayub Khalifa Chinji is confident that the time he has now and the first game against Ghana is enough to prepare his troops. The gaffer said so as the provisional squad of 28 players conducted the first training session at Lugogo Stadium in preparation for the first leg against Ghana. Uganda will host the West African nation on the 22nd of January 2022 at St. Mary's Stadium, Chitende, as in the first leg of the fourth round of the FIFA U20 Women's World Cup qualifiers, with the return leg coming a fortnight later. Uganda has an incredible run in the qualifiers, first defeating Kenya 10-3 in aggregate in the third round before eliminating South Africa in the previous round.
We have today started our preparations as we prepare for Ghana, the match against Ghana that's going to be the 22nd. The girls came back when they are all fine. We don't have anyone who has a problem. Fitness-wise, they are not really very okay, but we know with time we have, we are going to work on everything so that by the time we play Ghana, I think we'll have the results we want.
My name is Nakana Jibini, player for Uganda Matters High School Men's Football Club. I play number 3. I feel excited and blessed having been called for the national team because it was not an easy task. Me being called on the national team, I think I would add something very good, and I'm willing to give my best to the team to see that it succeeds. Yes, the players are friendly, and my first training has been so good.
Well, thank you so much for tuning in to watch the UBC Lunchtime News today on the 7th of January 2022. Still, a happy new year. My name is Sharon Kyomugisha. Have a good afternoon and stay tuned for more programming coming your way.